We now determine the average rate of change of the function for the function d of t given by 100t over 2t plus pi. So we use the definition of the average rate of change of function f of x defined over the interval a comma b is f of b minus f of a over b minus a. So let's use this definition of average rate of change of function to determine the average rate of change of function for d of t in the interval 20 comma 25. So I have written this average rate of change of function shortly as a dot r dot o dot c. So this equals for the function d of t, it is d of 25, that is for this interval. So we put d of 25 minus d of 20 over 25 minus 20, because A is 20 and B is 25. Now let's evaluate this. So we have to find d of 25 by replacing t by 25 in d of t. So when we do that, we get 100 times of 25 over 2 times of 25 plus 15 minus 100 times of 20. This is d of 20, replace t by 20. So it becomes 2 times of 20 plus 15. And this is over 25 minus 20 is 5. So let's simplify and evaluate this. 100 times 25 is 2500. And this is over 2 times of 25 is 50. We then have plus 15. So it is 50 plus 15 is 55. So I write this as 2500 over 55 minus 100 times 20 is 2000, and this is over 2 times 20 is 40, and 40 plus 15 is 55. So I put 55. I'm sorry, the first denominator is 65, because 50 plus 55, and this is 65 and not 55. So I have made this correction, and this is over 5. Let's simplify. We can reduce this to simple fraction by dividing both numerator and denominator by 5. So 2500 divided by 5 is 500, and 65 divided by 5 is 13. And here also we can divide both numerator and denominator by 5. So when you do that, we get this is 400 times 5 is 2000, and similarly this is 11 times 5 is 55. So we have 500 over 13 minus 400 over 11, and this is all over 5. Let's simplify the numerator terms. So we have to find the common denominator, that is 13 times 11, which is 143, is the common denominator. And this means the first fraction I should multiply and divide by 11. So I do that. This is times 11 over 11 minus the second fraction I should multiply and divide by 13. So I do that, and this is all over 5. So here we get 500 times 11 is 5500, that is 5500, and this is over 13 times 11 is 143 minus 400 times 13, which is 5200, and this is over once again it is over 143. This is all over 5. Now we have the common denominator in the numerator fractions, so we can simplify that. So therefore this becomes 5500. I'm sorry, this is 5500 minus 5200. This is over 143, and this is once again divided by 5. I can now write this as 1 over 5. 5500 minus 5200 is basically 300. So we get 300 over 143 multiply with 1 over 5. Now we cancel this 300 with the 5. This goes 60 times. So we get 60 over 143. So this is the average rate of change of the function for d of t in the given interval, that is in the interval 20 comma 25. When we approximate this to decimal place, we get 0.4196. So this is approximated to 4 decimal places. Okay, so now we will determine the average rate of change of function for the function d of t in the interval 24 comma 25. So we determine a equal to 25 here and b equal to 25. I'm sorry, a equal to 24 and b equals 25. So therefore we write average rate of change of function in this interval is d of b, which is d of 25, minus d of a, which is d of 24, and this is over 25 minus 24. So this equals, let's replace t by 25. So we get 100 times 25 divided by 2 times of 25 plus 15, minus replace t by 24 now in d of t. So it becomes 100 times of 24 divided by 2 times of 24 plus 15, and this is over 1 because 25 minus 24 is 1, so we don't need to put the denominator now. So let's simplify this. Once again, this is going to be 2500, and this is over 50 plus 15 is 65, minus this is 100 times 24 is 2400, and this is over 24 times 2 is 48 plus 15, and this equals we get 63. So I write 63. Now let's simplify both fractions and then we can do the subtraction. The first fraction, we can divide both numerator and denominator by 5, and when we do that we get this is 500 times 5 is 2500, and this is 13 times 5 is 2500. And for the second fraction, I'm going to divide by 3. So this is 800 times 3 is 2400, and this when you divide by 3 we get 21, that is 21 times 3 is 63. So the first fraction reduces to 500 over 13, minus the second fraction reduces to 13 some I'm sorry 800 over 21. And so the common denominator for these two fractions is going to be the multiple of these two numbers, that is 13 and 21, because since they don't have common denominator, we can just multiply them. And 13 times 21 equals 273. 13 times 21 equals 273. So the first fraction I should multiply and divide by 21, that is 500 over 13 times 21 over 21, minus second fraction I should multiply and divide by 13. So I do it like this. So this equals, we multiply the numerators and the denominators, 500 times 21, and this equals 10,500. Right, 10,500, and this is over, we know that 13 times 21 is 273, minus 800 times 13, and this equals 10,400. So I write 10,400 over, once again the denominator is 273. So now we have the common denominator 273 in both fractions, which means we can simplify the numerator. So 10,500 minus 10,400 over 273. So this basically equals 10,500 minus 10,400 is 100, and this is over 273. And the unit of this average rate of change of function is centimeter per second. So this is the average rate of change of function for this interval 24 comma 25, and if we approximate this to decimal equivalent, this is approximately equal to 0.3 663, and this is in centimeter per second. We now find for the last interval, that is 24.9 comma 25. So I'm going to consider this as A and this one as B. Let me rewrite A, that is A equals 24.9. I'm going to rewrite without decimals, so I multiply and divide by 10 to remove the decimal, and this gives 249 over 10. I'm going to use this form of A. So therefore, the average rate of change of function for d of t for this interval is d of 25 minus d of 24.9. I can write this as 249 over 10, and this divided by b minus a, which is 25 minus a is 249 over 10. So let's simplify this. I'm just removing this for some space. And so this equals, let's find d of 25. We have to replace t by 25. So we get 100 times of 25. And this is over 2 times of 25 plus 15. Minus, now replace t by 249 by 10. So it becomes 100 times of 249 over 10. And this is over 2 times of 249 over 10 plus 15, and this is all over 25 minus 249 over 10. We can simplify this. 25 minus 249 over 10. So here the common denominator is 10. So I multiply this by 10 and divide by 10. So it is 250 over 10 minus 249 over 10, and this equals 1/10. So I put 1/10 in the denominator. Let's continue simplifying. So this equals, this is 2500 over, this is 50 plus 55 is 65, minus, we can simplify this. I cancel one of the zero. So it's basically 10 times of 249, which is 2490. We don't have a denominator. So this is over. I can simplify this goes 5 times. So we have 249 over 5 plus 15, and this is over 1/10. I can multiply this as 10 by 1 by multiplying by its reciprocal. So let's simplify this. I can reduce this by dividing both numerator and denominator by 5. So I get 500 over 13 minus, this is 2490 divided by, let me simplify this. So this is 249 over 5 plus 15. I multiply and divide the second term by 5. So I get 5 over 5. And this is 15 times 5 is 75. So we then have common denominator. So it is 249 plus 75 over 5. And this equals, we can add this together. 249 plus 75 equals 324. So this is basically 324 over 5. So I'm going to put this 325, 24 over 5. And this completely multiply by 10. And so we can rewrite this second fraction. Since we have a fraction in the denominator, we can rewrite this as 2490 times the reciprocal of the denominator, which is 5 over 324. We now see that we can divide both these terms by 3. So when we do that, we get 830 for the numerator, and this is 108. And so we multiply 830 with 5, and this gives 4150 over, we have this 108 as the denominator. So let me write this, that is 500 over 13 minus this is we have simplified this. This equals 4150 over 108, and this has to be multiplied by 10. So now the common denominator of these two fractions is 13 times of 108. So we multiply the first fraction by 108 and divide by 108, and second fraction by 13 and divide by 13, and then overall we multiply by 10, and this reduces to 500 times 108 equals 54,000, and 13 times 108 equals 1404, or I can simply write down this as 13 times of 108 minus 4150 times 13 equals 53,950, and this I write down this as 13 times of 108. We write this in this form so that we can simplify this later, and this multiplied by 10. Now we just have to do this subtraction, that is 54,000 minus 53,915. So it is basically 50. This is over 13 times of 108, which is a common denominator, and then multiply with 10. Now we see that we can do some reductions. This goes 5 times 2 is 10, and this is 54 times 2 is 108. Also, this is 25 times 2 is 50, and this is 27 times 2 is 54. So it reduces to 25 times 5 is 125, and then 13 times of 27, and this equals 351. So this is the average rate of change of function for this interval, and the unit is centimeter per second. And we can also give the decimal approximation, which equals 0.3561. This is approximately 0.3561 centimeter per second. So this is the average rate of change of the function for the interval 24.9, 25.